Hey guys, Raya here. A few months ago I saw that Kelly Clarkson was doing a limited concert series this summer, and I've been a fan of hers since I first saw her on American Idol, but I've never been able to see her perform live. I was able to score some tickets, so we planned a quick weekend getaway to Vegas. Watch as I give it a try. We took an early flight from a small local airport on the same day to get there for opening night. I generally avoid budget airlines, but it was a quick direct flight to Vegas, so it was fine. The Vegas airport was pretty crazy. It had a whole lounge before security gates. We headed straight to our hotel for early check-in. We stayed at the Excalibur since my husband had always wanted to stay there as a kid. It was pretty fun and relatively well decorated for a casino. Since we did mobile check-in, we got to make our own key cards, which was kind of fun. Our room was nice and spacious and felt pretty clean. We could even see the rest of the hotel from our window. We rested for a bit and grabbed some Chinese food from the food court, and then headed down the strip to Planet Hollywood for the show. The show was so fun, but really loud. Obviously, it had some glitches due to it being opening night, but overall it was such a fun experience. And I think Kelly did a great job of mixing classic songs with stuff from her new album.
You're my favorite kind.
The next morning we tried out the buffet at Excalibur since we had some room credit we could use there. It was a pretty standard set of offerings with basic dishes and the standard types of cuisine. The omelet station was nice and there were lots of options for everyone. There were also a lot of different things at the dessert bar as well. We went there for brunch, so we ended up eating for 2 meals. Everything was tasty and overall just fine. Then that afternoon we headed out for a helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon. This was so fun, and it was 2 bucket list items for 1, since we both have always wanted to take a helicopter ride as well as see the Grand Canyon. It was super cool to see Vegas from above. There was a storm early that day that brought in some of the smoke from wildfires, and it was crazy to see the difference in the sky. We flew past a dormant volcano. The smoke had cleared up by the time we got to the canyon, and the sights at sunset were beautiful. It was so cool to fly through the canyon, and the spot we landed at had incredible views. We had a nice picnic and we watched the sunset and the shadows change on the canyon walls. The whole experience was so surreal. When it was time to leave, it was super fun to fly over the Grand Wash Cliffs and see the sheer drop-off. The haze in the air made this red sun, which was wild to see. It felt like we were going through a volcanic land with all the red rock and smoky air. It was really pretty to see the moon and the clouds at sunset. And then the city itself at sunset was so cool. All the lights were on and it was such a great view. We could see the new dome lit up really well. The strip just looked amazing from above. This was such a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was so incredible. I'm so glad we saved up to include this on our trip. We stopped for Popeyes and funnel cake sticks for dinner and then headed back to the room for the night. Then the next day we flew back out. There were some interesting characters at the airport, and it's always silly to me how casinos and slots are everywhere here. But this 48-hour trip was super fun and we had a great time. Thanks for watching!